All right, small little interruption on there. Um, hold on a second. I like the sound of the Sprite that you did, but this is Fresca. Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Uh, so I like Fresca. I don't like it out of the fountain, but I like it out the can.
I've never had Fresca. Is it ginger ale?
Nah, it's grapefruit citrus.
So like a
Sparkling water. Just get a
it's
cup.
one of those what are those drinks that everybody's always making fun of for their weak flavor?
Seltzers?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't taste like that. I know what you're talking about. They are horrible.
Yeah. I keep wanting to say Fago, but that's not it. It's oh, it's gonna kill me.
I know what you're talking about though. I don't like them either.
This is grape flavored, you say?
Grapefruit.
Aren't all grapes fruit?
No, you have grape,
Grape vegetable?
grapefruit. Oh, yeah. I see what you said. Ooh, mind twist. Aren't all grapes fruits? Yeah, it's a good point.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's good. And the thing that I like about it because it doesn't have any sugar.
I was just about to say, is that one of like the good things about?
One. This whole can has 1 gram of carbs, which is perfect. And I like to mix this one with, and I don't like gin too much, but that Empress gin and this, and it has a cool color to it.
My wife was watching the last episode. She saw me open the Sprite can. She said, "What is Anthony doing giving you a Sprite?"
Oh, you can't have Sprite?
No, I can. She was like, "Why does Anthony have Sprite?"
Oh.
I said, "I don't know. He's thirsty, I guess. He's a diabetic. He doesn't need to have Sprite." I'm like, okay, baby, calm down. Don't get mad at me for his drink choices.
Hey, see? Improvement. It's kind of blurring out. Is that light?
You gotta put your hand. Will they do that? No.
No.
Make it whiter.
Yeah. I don't know. Also, the picture is kind of vice versa because I'm on this side and you're on that side.
That's right.
So it's vice versa. I don't know why that is. I mean, I know, but it doesn't make any
It
sense.
does. It breaks your brain.
Just like a phone. The phone doesn't make any sense. But anyways, it's Pride month, not months.
The whole month.
You only get one, just like black people only get February.
Well, I've been trying to hold him out for the longest time. Going off screen.
Out there. Yeah. I had I have a friend. Well, I got a couple of friends that are not straight, and I like to ask questions because I don't know. I don't know like I have my opinion, and I don't always know if it's right or wrong or just GP or everybody has their own opinion about everything,
You
obviously,
gotta ask
but
questions
like
if you wanna find out anything.
I don't want to be offensive to anybody,
Yeah.
of course, Well, we were talking about transgender people playing in sports. We had that conversation coming up. And then he was like, well, he's gay, right? And then he was like, man, I don't want to be part of that conversation. I was like, you don't. I'm trying to ask you for advice. What do you think? It's like, no, I ain't messing with. But the funny thing is, I found out a lot of gay guys, and I don't know if it's the same thing with girls, but a lot of gay guys don't like other gay guys.
I didn't know that.
Nah, I don't, and I'm not an expert or anything like that, but, Dale was my roommate. He was gay, and Patrick was my roommate, and he was gay also. I had I had a little refuge. No, and, Dale was my friend for the longest,
Is he still local?
I don't know what happened to him.
Oh.
He stops talking to me.
Oh, man. Was it after you asked about the athletes?
No, this was when I left Chili's the second time. We talked a little bit afterwards, and then just kind of texted and called, and he never responded. And I don't know.
It's like there's this guy I used to work with at Hooters, and I've been trying to call him for months, and then he sent me this. He just said Happy Father's Day, and that was it.
Just now?
No.
This year?
Yeah, this year. And so I sent him this long response back, catching up with everything that's been going on, things I wanted to talk to him about.
That's cool.
And he goes, "Congrats." And I'm like, "Pick up the damn phone." I'm trying to tell you this stuff now.
Seems like you're doing good, dog. Well, you really don't want to talk to me. Oh, man. No, I mean, I think it's cool, though. I mean, with you, too, we don't talk, like, all the time or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But, it's not like, I don't think it's, like, forced or anything. I would like to hang out with you a little bit more.
Yeah, it's just hard coordinating schedules.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember back when we were younger, and it was like one day a week we always did, was it rock band together?
That was amazing.
Every week it was like clockwork. Hey, let's hang out for like 4 hours playing rock band.
Yeah.
Making up weird drinks in the kitchen, and that was just.
And
then now to have.
We made some weird drinks.
Yeah.
I think you made a drink with an egg, but didn't like mix it in. It was just sitting there.
Oh, that would not be me.
No?
If I did, it was for y'all to drink.
Yeah.
Catching me with a raw egg.
Yeah, that was.
I was telling my wife just yesterday about that. Like, I would just make wild drinks up and just hang out and play rock band like all night long. And then now, like, you just can't get time off. Like, my wife was talking to her sisters last night, and they were like, "Well, how come we don't ever see y'all?" And she's like, "Okay, well, I got my schedule, his schedule, the kids' schedules,
Yeah,
doctor's appointments, extracurriculars. Now we have Ayana's schedule, who also has 2 jobs. I mean, we're her ride for most of those.
Oh.
It's like, so where's the time?
Right.
You can have 20 minutes 3 Thursdays from now. I mean, it's like.
Yeah, and you got to think about it. Like, once you're off, sometimes you don't want to do anything at this point.
Because it just feels like you're working again,
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, no, exactly. It's, man, that kind of stinks. I'm sorry if you can smell that. No? Don't. That's a weird part also when somebody says something stinks, and you're like.
I must verify. Ooh, yes.
Let me be in agony also.
Like when they start the conversation, "Oh my God, smell this! It stinks." I'm good.
Yeah. I don't want to smell it. No.
If it's their idea, you don't want it. But if it's your idea, it's like,
this tastes horrible. Here, try it. I'm not trying this after you. I believe you. I believe you. It tastes horrible. It looks horrible. Let me get you another one.
The face you made was bad enough. I don't want that.
Yeah. Oh man. So what's your plan? What's your, you got any goals for the next couple of years?
Well, I was doing some reading. It turns out if you die at work, your insurance pays double. So, crossing my fingers on that.
Nice.
Probably it'd be a heart attack.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you just feel that little pain, and you're like, "Is
Like,
this it?"
do you physically have to die at the restaurant, or can it start there and you go to the hospital and then die?
I think as long as you're on the clock. So like if you're there to work, but then you're carted away to the hospital to perish,
yeah,
it still counts.
What if your shift stops at 5, but you started like the heart attack at like 4:45?
Well, the good news about management is there's no set out time and you don't clock out. So
Yeah.
you just say, I was still working. I was responding to emails and texts.
But then technically you can be at home and get a heart attack. I was in the middle of this text. You just have to have it ready to the upper management or whatever, to the owner or whoever. Just have it ready. Be like, hey, I'm about to come in, and just leave it at that. And never send it off. If you have to send another text message, like you have to just copy and paste it. So once you're done, just put it back on there.
It's like the little death plan. Like your spouse has to wipe the computer of all the embarrassing stuff. Well, as soon as it happens, they have to like write an email to corporate or something like, "Hey, I really want to discuss it." It says he's still typing. What's going on?
Turn that OMG into turn that LOL into an OMG. Like who? Oh no, I'm about to get in a car wreck.
Gonna need some shift coverage for the week.
I don't think Sydney's coming in today. Who's Sydney? She ain't been here for like 3 years. Oh man.
But I don't know, like, would it be lovely if I got a better job? Yeah, sure. Always on the lookout, not necessarily looking, but always open to possibilities.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell them every time a recruiter calls. And
Yeah, I don't think you should ever say no. You know what I'm saying? Because not that you want to go somewhere, but I mean, if somebody goes like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you like whatever, $10,000, $20,000 more plus better benefits," that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or like even those places, they were like, okay, 4 days a week, but you still get paid the same.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how much that is worth?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, and when you think about it, it's all fine to love where you work, but them hoes ain't loyal. They'll drop you in a second.
Yeah.
And they are not loyal to you. So if you get a better offer, I never get upset at someone for taking a better job.
Oh no, I don't either.
Have a great time.
I'm 100%. If you think that's better for you in your life, then I'm all. Just don't leave me hanging. You know what I'm saying? Even if you like,
that week to get the schedule
yeah.
fixed, but other than that,
I don't need a 2-week notice. Give me a week. Give me a couple of days just to get stuff covered. I just don't, And a lot of times when people leave, if they leave because they're mad at you, you're not hurting the manager overall. You're hurting the rest of the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The manager is not like, the manager's not going to go out there and serve tables. Or they're not going to go in the kitchen. I mean, they might. Sometimes they do, but they're not going to go and cook the food. It's going to be the other teammates that have to.
Hey, so-and-so, you got to pick up 2 extra tables. Thanks. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm heading home now. I gotta
Suckers.
I gotta go recover from that deadly wound I was given when someone left.
No, managing is not a easy job.
No.
And it's not a hard job, and it's not an easy job. I don't know. It's weird. It's a lot of stuff you got to do. You think
not hard work.
What'd you say?
It's a lot of work, but it's not hard work.
Yeah.
It's like they see you cutting up and laughing, and they don't see, answering 45 questions in 10 minutes that they all should know the answer to, or
when you think you're about to go home at like 6 o'clock, and then you're still there at 12 o'clock at night.
I can't tell you how many times I'll come around from the kitchen doing some more prep, and all the servers go, "You're still here?"
Oh.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's
Desperately
horrible.
trying to get out of here. And as soon as you're packing up all your stuff, and they're like, "Hey, we're running low on so and so." I'm like,
it's the worst.
couldn't y'all just waited 3 minutes?
I know. That's why I sneak out the back after I'm done.
I have had a kitchen guy one time. He was like,
"Don't say bye."
He was like, "Hey, Will, we're almost out." He said, "Oh, you about to leave?" I'm like, "I didn't see you." And like I'm walking out the door, and like as I'm at the threshold, I hear, "Hey, we're out of so and so." Where he waited just long enough for me to get out the building. And I was like, "Thank you so much."
That was nice. Okay, yeah, that's hilarious. That's funny.
Well, they had got me like 2 other times that day. I was ready to go, and they were like, "Oh, actually, can you just like prep this like 12-step item?" And you're like, "Oh, yeah, let me just start and finish that real quick."
Yeah, that's. I've been there plenty of times trying to leave. Like I said, I at that point, like I make sure that the managers know that you good, and if they say yes, I sneak out the back. I try not to stop. People are like, "Oh, can you print my check out, or can you do this?" And it's not like a 1 minute thing, because that 1 minute, then somebody else comes up to you, and then you're stuck there for like hours. And yeah, it's.
I will have my book bag on, walking out there, and they're like, "Oh, can I just borrow your card real quick to do X, Y, and Z?"
No.
Yeah, they reach in and they grab it, and like then I'm standing there waiting on them to finish their stuff, and someone's like, "Hey, can you take my check out real quick? Can I give you my money?" No,
Yeah. It just
that's on
doesn't
the other
stop.
side of the building where that money has to go. I could just walk it home with me.
The funniest thing is if people know who to ask, which manager to ask for what, and it gets on my nerves. Like I'll be done with my day pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And there are two managers out in the front. I'm just finishing up paperwork and stuff like that. And they go to the office. Hey, Anthony, can you do this? Yo, I know you just passed like two other managers.
I was washing dishes. That happened just yesterday. I've been washing dishes for like the past hour, and like I'm wet, I'm gross, and they're like, "Hey, can you go talk to this table real quick?" I'm like, "There are two other people here,
Yeah.
like that you had to have walked by." Oh well, I didn't notice them. Can you go notice them, please? Like, I want, and when you find them, tell me where they're hiding. How can y'all always find me in 10 seconds, and yet y'all can never find anyone else? It's like playing Where's Waldo. They're like, I don't know where he could be. And there I am, dressed like Merlin. They find me instantly.
I found out a lot of times that when you're in the dish, people will leave you alone.
I wish. That just means
No?
I'm locked there and they know exactly where I'm at.
Oh. No.
But yeah, you can always tell they're like, who's closing tonight? I'm like, why does it matter?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was just curious. Oh, huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Or they'll be like, hey, are you closing tonight? I'm like, wow, what are you trying to get away with?
Yeah.
What am I missing here?
I think that's exactly what it is.
Mhm.
It's like,
They
what?
know exactly what they can do to do the least amount of work for every single
Yeah.
person. Like, oh, they never check, this thing right here. I won't do it. But then, another manager's like, okay, well, tonight I got to do
Right.
this, and this, but they're not going to check this.
Right.
There's always something.
Anthony is working. I don't have to do anything below my knees.
Uh-huh. That's
I
why-
don't check stuff down low. But high,
much
you better
stupid.
get on that ladder and start wiping stuff down. That's why you hire people that are different heights. So after a while, you catch all of that stuff.
Yeah. Everybody should close all the time together, so everything gets caught all the time.
Oh man, it's hard though, especially if a place is already dirty. It's hard to trying to catch up and get everything clean. I don't know,
What's your 5-year plan?
man. See, I don't even know. I'm trying to retire.
I found something that helps. I was watching a YouTube short of all things, and this guy was talking about he interviewed all these executives, and they're like, "What's the number one thing to be successful?" And he said, 9 out of 10 of people I'll interview will pull out a yellow legal pad or whatever it is, a
Yeah.
piece of paper, and they've got everything that they want to get done for the day on that paper. Otherwise, you're just reacting to everything, and you don't
Right.
get anything done. So I started doing that on my phone. It's got a little checklist feature.
Yeah.
And so like,
Does
when
it
I
work?
know when I know I've got stuff to do, I'll put like the 5 or 6 things on it, and then I just know I can just click, and it feels good to like knock stuff off. Like I did laundry yesterday.
Oh,
Check out.
that's pretty cool. I don't know if I can be consistent with that. I got one of those things too. It's called a wife. She just tells me check. And a lot of times I don't check them off fast enough though.
Oh,
That's the problem. And I don't know what to check off until I don't know it's on my checklist. So it's the reacting thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of.
So,
But I like that.
I don't do it every day, but when I think about it, like the night before, I'm like, okay, on my day off, this is the stuff I need. I want to cut the grass.
Yeah.
I got to fix a shelf or whatever it is, and then we don't forget about it to the last minute. And then like I do find that I'm a lot more productive because once I start it, I just start knocking stuff off the list, and I'll be done by like 12 o'clock instead
That's
of
nice.
just I'll pit around.
Right.
I'll cut the grass a little bit later.
Yeah, and then it doesn't happen.
I'm on, let's do this. I'm highly motivated. Do. Next thing you know, I'm done pretty quick. You feel accomplished.
Yeah, it does feel pretty good when you do stuff. I feel like I work best. I've been wearing a lot of headsets, like with this or playing a game, which I don't really play that many games anymore, sadly. Well, even like if I'm at home, I watch TV. I actually like wearing my headset.
Really.
Yeah, even if people are not watching the same thing with me, I like wearing them.
Mm-hmm.
The sound just sounds so much better. Plus all this other stuff that regular noises you can't really hear.
Kind of
so-
filters them all out.
Yeah. My family hates it that I wear them. They'd be like, I ask you questions, huh? What? But you're immersed into that the movie or a TV show that you're watching, and the sound quality is a lot better. But I also like doing dishes, and sometimes I pretend like I wash dishes, and I pretend like I'm the DJ. So, and it just, I don't know, makes it more fun, and then I don't mind doing the stuff.
Yeah.
I go outside and put on my headset and start mowing the grass.
That's my favorite thing.
And
Put on my little headphones.
Yeah.
Put some little earbuds and just get to mowing.
Yeah.
Or working on the car, I'll do that too. Because they're not, over the ear or anything. They're just small and in your ear, and that way I'm just, working around cars and doing all this, that, and the other, and it's still get to listen to my music or whatever it is I'm listening to.
I got like one of these for like everywhere for walking around the house doing dishes. I got one for, here. Of course, I just wear these, and I have one for like watching TV. But my son started using them, and I can't even be mad. He breaks stuff. But I used to do the same thing. My mom was like, "Why is everybody breaking stuff?" Like her coffee cups are like broken, chipped, and stuff like that. I was like, I think it's like normal wear and tear, but I'm pretty sure. And my wife used to make fun of me because all the remotes like this would have a button that would be missing because I pressed it too hard, or it'd just be missing. Not this one though, not lately. So I don't know if I used to just press too hard or something like that. But yeah, all the remotes had like 1 or 2 buttons missing.
I like how parents are like the default problem solvers. And I don't know if I told you. Last week, I'm sitting there watching TV in the living room, and Cora comes up and she goes, "Hey, my remote to my TV doesn't work." "Oh, what's it doing?" "I don't know. It's just not working." "Huh. Okay. Well, maybe the batteries need to be changed." "Oh, there are no batteries in it." "Well, maybe let's add some batteries to it and then see if it works." And it was just like a foreign concept. It was like, "Oh, where are the batteries?" I'm like, "The batteries have been in the same spot since we moved in here a year ago. We have a little battery holder that's on the wall, so it's nothing but a battery center. It holds all the batteries. It's organized all the batteries. They've used that several times. I'm like, it's on the battery center." "Oh."
Oh, you got a battery center?
Yeah, it was like I got it for Christmas one year. And actually like 3 years ago, and then we finally hung it up a year ago. We got into the house, but it holds all your batteries and all by size.
Yeah.
Even like a little place for watch batteries and a battery. It's crazy.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, it's where the batteries live. And she was like, "Oh, I've never thought of that." Like,
That's pretty nice.
come on, you gotta do the easy stuff before you call tech support.
Have you checked this yet? No. We have one that box right there has a bunch of batteries in it, but we haven't stocked it up. The blue, the clear and the blue on top.
Oh yes, I see it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of batteries in there too, but we haven't stocked it up, so we just keep on using it. It's gonna run out pretty soon.
I gotta get you a little battery soon.
Emergency. So I think though, once you take the battery out the package, the battery life starts going away. That's how I feel. I mean, I don't think that's true, but
I don't know.
put some aluminum foil on it and put it in the freezer.
Why the aluminum foil?
I don't know. I just seen it somewhere. Like if it's dead, you put some aluminum foil on it and put it in the freezer.
Well, I know the freezer thing because it like does something to the gel or the acids inside, but I never heard about the aluminum.
No. You should try it.
I have to Google that.
I'm gonna let you try it. I'm not gonna try it. I don't know if it works. Oh, do you want to do sometime? Sorry, I'm something's going on with me today.
We're getting old.
Yeah. Eyelashes. I'm coughing and burping and a reaction video. But like I said, I got some cards coming in. That you watch a movie and you have to drink if something happens on the card. I don't know exactly how it goes. Like you watch a movie and if it's like your card, something happens you have to take a shot. And
Definitely be an after hours.
No, yeah.
Recording.
You can sleep here. No drinking and driving. I do want to do a video with the police about drinking and driving. This is how. So Richmond County or Columbia County, if you're down for it, let me know. So my vision is like I'm fake doing a video, right? And then I'm leaving, and then I get pulled over by the cops. They put me in the back of the cop car and put me in their interrogation room while I take shots of alcohol and give facts about alcohol, like interesting facts about alcohol, right? And then I blow to see what it does, like a breathalyzer.
All right.
I think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, not like hilarious, but
Well, they sell those breathalyzers at the liquor store.
oh, I got
too.
2 at here.
Oh, well, there you go.
One of them doesn't work, but I do here. See, you go. There's one.
That's the one you just always need to keep with you and be like, look, officer, I blew into it and it said it was 0. It said it was fine.
Is it? See, it says 0. Do you have batteries in it? Batteries.
I think this thing's alcohol powered, and that's why it's dead.
Oh man, no, I like in videos like that. I would like to. Okay, so 5-year plan. I would like to do this more on a consistent level. Actually, have a full team and do videos about trying out the different liquors, beer and wine, going to different distilleries, breweries, and kind of talking to them about that. Also, like all around the whole country. Maybe even like go to Ireland and all of that and checking those out. Doing the more podcast stuff. And just have a full
Experience.
yeah. So you can check it all out and stuff like that. That's really my goal. I would love to do all of that and not having to edit, not having to. I got a whole list of videos that I want to do. I just never really get to it. And have somebody edit, have somebody help film. And all of that stuff, and I don't want to do all the videos myself either. That's a lot of drinking. My liver couldn't take it.
If only YouTube were a thing 25 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, no, it wasn't. It's like 17 years old.
Yeah, but it wasn't like you could. I mean, YouTuber was not a profession back then.
No.
It was just like find weird cat videos and then put them online.
2 Girls, 1 Cup was on there, which you see on YouTube anymore.
No, thankfully.
Don't look that up. Also, I learned another expression. What is it called? I can't even. I gotta tell you later. I can't even say it on here because it is so disturbing when you look up.
It's not Lemon Party, is it?
No.
Yeah, don't look that one up.
Don't look that up. Oh, I gotta figure out. It is so disturbing, and the more you read it, the more disturbing it gets.
Gross.
It's called. I don't want to Google it because the stuff might pop up on my. To be like, what's going on with this guy at the Surf Neat studio?
Not Surf Neat Studios.
Yeah.
Kind of a raid.
Yeah, no, that might. It has to do with like minors and cutting and all this other. It's horrible. It's absolutely like I'm reading it. It's like, oh, this is pretty bad, and you keep on reading it. It's like, yo, who thought of this? I gotta find out what it is, but I'm not gonna look it up again. I'm just gonna ask the guy that told me about it in the first place, and I'm like, how do you know about it? And then I'm gonna be that guy because I'm telling somebody else. I just don't want to be the only one that's disturbed.
It's like The Ring, like it spreads via word of mouth. Like watching that tape.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't you just stop it though?
You would think, but apparently they can't. Like while that kid was watching it in the movie, I'll never know. Like nothing about that seemed interesting to a child.
Yeah.
But he's gonna watch the entire thing. I'd have made about 15 seconds in and be like, oh,
Nah.
Lord, turn it off.
Nah. Yeah. There's some other movies like that too. Wasn't that one with the kissing? They were kissing. Oh no, having sex and then
It Follows, where
It Follows.
being haunted was an STD.
That's the worst STD ever. It'll kill you literally.
Some people would be a death sentence. Just
Yeah.
a kid never finds something.
But then how did they get it in the first place? They have to sleep with somebody.
Well, the beginning of the movie, the girl got it. She got drugged by this guy, and he was like, "I'm so sorry, but like, we have to have sex. Like, you got to, baby."
Yeah.
And then presumably that's what.
Would you do it if you know you're about to get killed?
Is she really pretty?
No, she didn't have to be
Wait, which
pretty.
part are we talking about?
If you knew you had it, if you know you're gonna die if you don't have sex,
Oh yeah.
but you give somebody else to have sex, oh,
Yeah, I can do that.
but you can't. But somebody could have. You can't have sex with the same person and give it back to them, right? But they can have sex with somebody else, and it can be a triangle, right?
I don't know.
Or once you're done, you're done.
I think you're on the chain at that point, because then it reverse kills from that order. So like if you were the last one, it would kill you, and then it goes to the person who had sex with you
Yeah.
to give it to you, and then just kind of follows the chain. So it just keeps getting longer and longer if you're lucky.
Well, the thing that I found, I think I watched the movie. The thing that kills you is really, really slow. So they were saying you can live like 5 miles away in 2 different places and have about 1 or 2 days. So if you like spend the night at your granny's house,
Like cross country, have like an East Coast home and a West Coast home.
well, you don't
Like
even
every
have to be
week
that
you
far.
just-
You can almost be in the same city still.
Okay.
It's slow, but you don't. We don't. I think it was on not MythBusters, Game Theory, or one of those who now is retired, and he has the people that used to work with him. I really like Game Theory and stuff like that. But now it's different.
I feel like I'll watch like the first third of the video and I'm just like, I'm just not feeling it anymore. It's not
Really?
Matt Pat. Turn.
Well, it's different now than it used to be. I think
Yeah.
it's now really different because the other people kind of took over.
They're not uninteresting, but I mean they're not the person I spent the last like 10 years watching. So it's just.
Oh, who do you watch? Surf Neat.
I was just about to say Surf.
Oh man.
A lot of channels about movies and stuff.
Well, you got Movie Theory.
Yeah, same thing though. I watched him for 10 years doing that, and
Yeah.
now it's some other person. I'm like,
No.
I gotta check it out to see if it's an interesting little theory or premise.
Yeah.
But then they just don't hook me like Matt Pat did. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, let's turn it off.
Who do I watch now? I watch Philip DeFranco.
Yeah, me too. My wife absolutely hates it because he edits his breaths out.
Oh.
And so like it just feels like he's talking really fast. And
Yeah,
she's like, he's
that's
talking
what-
way too fast. I'm like,
That's why
it's not,
mom
you don't want
doesn't
it to
like
be a
him.
45-minute video.
No.
Like, you want to get in and out.
Yeah, yeah.
15, 20 minutes tops. Learn the news and have
You
a
got
great
like
day.
5 to 7 different topics and talks about it. After a while, though, if it's a really long one, it does get kind of boring. But I do like that he is overall pretty neutral in what
Yeah.
he's saying. And if it's like a messed up situation, he'll just say like, "Yo, this is messed up," which I appreciate.
You touched on it a minute. Like he'll do those interview segments, like the last third of it. It'll be like 10 minutes of interviewing somebody, and I'm like, I could not care less.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Hit me with the main headlines. Give me 1 or 2 hot takes on it, and then move on.
Right.
Like, I feel like he used to have that other news program. Was it Rogue Rocket?
Oh,
that he produced, but like he would send out like little reporters to like do the 15-minute interviews and stuff like that. It would be like a whole segment about almost like Last Week Tonight.
Yeah.
Over like one topic, and then it just stopped. And every once in a while I'll go back on and I'll put in the comment section, whatever happened to Rogue Rocket? Give me an update. Like,
Yeah.
He stopped talking about it. They stopped
Because
uploading
TikTok.
it. Well, that's fine, but just put out a video and be like, hey, it wasn't feasible going forward. Da da da. Next thing you know, I'm looking around. I'm like, it's been like a year since I've seen anything from them, and I think now it's been like 5 years. They just haven't done anything and haven't mentioned it, and I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, now we got the newsletter. I'm like, isn't that what the show was? But just the transcript of it now.
I think you got to pay for that, don't you?
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's got to have lots of money. I mean, he's got like 9 different revenue streams aside from the
wow.
sponsorships, the merchandise he sells,
Yeah.
channel views.
We have
TikTok views.
merch here too.
What kind of merch do you have?
Hats and shirts and stuff like
Hats
that.
and shirts. Wow.
This is not part of the merch, but it is pretty cool. It was a birthday gift from one of my friends. It's an ant. And it says Surf Neat on it.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
It's pretty cool.
Anthony. Didn't you used to have a vodka made out of ants?
It was a gin.
Gin.
Yeah, it's from. It was from England, and
Anthony.
it was called Anti-Gin. In fact, I'll put a link right there. You can watch the video. It's one of the earlier videos.
Yeah.
But stuff like that, I really like doing, and really try because that's different.
The weird stuff that
Yeah,
no
yeah,
one
yeah.
ever
It's
buys off the shelf, you know.
yeah. You can't get it in the United States. I don't think.
What was your favorite alcohol you've ever had?
Ooh, favorite alcohol.
Whether that's a brand or a type or.
That's really hard because the flavor, I think, is different with the flavor and different because of the people that owns it.
Mm-hmm.
I met some, I talked to some fantastic people,
Mm-hmm.
and they just made me enjoy and continuously get the alcohol for personal
Yeah.
use. I don't know if um, I don't know. That's a hard question.
Mine.
Or like something like really weird that I wouldn't get again, but I really like it just because it's so odd. Like
Mm-hmm.
the vodka with the centipede in it.
Oh yeah, gross.
You know, I don't want to drink it again, but
It's cool to
it's
have.
definitely it's something.
It was my favorite one was I don't know if you remember it from back in the rock band days. It was 3 a.m. vodka. It was the soybean vodka. Got like this perfect score at some vodka review board, and I had never known what they meant when they were like, "Oh, it's so smooth." I'm like, "What does that mean?" It all tasted like rubbing alcohol to
Yeah,
me, whether that was Grey Goose or Belvedere or Chopin, whatever it was. It all tasted the same. It just tasted like cheap rubbing alcohol.
yeah,
And so they were like, "Oh, this is so good," and that's why it costs so much money. And I try it, and I'd just be unimpressed. Why I like the bottle design of the 3 a.m. And so I just tried it one time, and but it was a caffeinated vodka. And when I tell you, we would put it in a drink, and you would not taste it at all. It had the same proof and everything, but you would put it in your drink, and who knows? That's probably why they took it off. I mean, you couldn't taste it at all, so you would just add a little bit more.
mm.
Couldn't taste it. A little bit more. Couldn't taste it. It was quite nice.
I think that I just tried something, and that was weird. We had a huge party, and that night was absolutely insane in the end. But we had a huge party. It was a wedding party, and the people wanted to have uh, Stoli vodka for us to get Stoli vodka. And I was like, why in the world would you get Stoli vodka?
Stolichnaya.
But it's Stoli Elite,
Oh,
and I tried it. Y'all, I'm a big fan.
really?
Yeah, I
Still
was.
a vodka? Or?
Yeah, no, it's a vodka. It comes in a pretty bottle and stuff like that. But I tried it and I sipped on it. And I was like, oh man, like, yo, this is legit. So I wouldn't think I would like Stoli, and I only thought they made like, the regular generic one. And this is definitely different. I was quite impressed. Like you can sip on it. Um, yeah, it was good. There's a lot of other good stuff, like just the flavor, and overall, I appreciate the craft and all of this, and and all, yeah, and all. But sometimes you just want to try something good, and um, yeah. But there are a lot of companies that I work with that the owners. I met some of the owners before, and they're just really cool people. So I want to support them, of course. And a lot of stuff is good stuff. But I'm not going to go out, every single week and buy a $200-$300 bottle.
Yeah. Oh no.
You
Not
can't.
feasible.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, and I try some. I really like. I don't even know if I have it anymore. It was a cognac. It was one of the very first videos I did, and it's the best cognac I ever tried. And normally I don't drink cognac, but it kind of tastes almost like uh, buttery popcorn.
Hmm.
It was so good. But the bottle in it, I think it's like $500-$600.
Really?
But it just had this little sample,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved it. And I met over Facebook or Instagram. The representatives was really cool.
It was a
But
bottle I really wanted to pick up. It was I think it was Evans when I was younger. It was a vodka. I don't even know what brand it was, but the bottle was a Tommy gun.
oh yeah, I've seen those, but
It's
I
like,
don't
that is
I don't
so
know if it's
cool.
an actual brand.
I don't know. It was probably the most garbage vodka in the
But
world, but I was like, that is the coolest bottle.
put some hair on the chest.
Yeah.
Also,
Or
check
dissolve it off
check,
of it.
check this out. These people. Oh man, I don't even know. Oh, right here, Vintage Distillery. They're from California, and I messaged the owners a couple of times, and it's a really cool bottle, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
They have a regular vodka also,
Mm-hmm.
but the owners are so awesome. Like I just keep on buying these bottles. Like I use them and I drink them for stuff, and I got to special order them,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't just go to the store here because they don't do it Georgia or South Carolina.
You have the
But
those. Yeah, you do. The Johnny Walker Game of Thrones ones.
yeah, I do.
I saw those in the store and I was like, I don't know if I like Johnny Walker, but I know I like those bottles.
Yeah,
Like those are some sweet.
that's
looking-
why I bought them. It's and Johnny Walker is cool too. I don't really drink Johnny Walker at all, but I have the Game of Thrones. I have Lady Jane, and I have the Red Oak. I used to have the blue, gold.
Mhm.
I got a little small pack. Oh, it's over there. Small pack of the gold, blue, green.
My uncle really likes the blue. He wanted some of that for Christmas, but I think we had to save up and get it. If I'm not mistaken. It was not a cheap bottle.
And I've been really into maybe because I am getting old fashions. So I've been getting more into bourbons.
Favorite bourbon. Our district manager, he's a big fan of bourbons. Hey, y'all need to carry this bourbon. We've got like 9 bourbons now, and no one ever orders them.
Oh, really?
He just is like, y'all need to have this to kind of classy your place up a little bit. Okay, cool. And they just sit there on the shelf.
Oh no, do you know what you got?
Let's see. I know we've got Uncle Nearest. We've got. If you hadn't asked me, I could have told you every single one of them. We have.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Blanton's.
Nope.
No.
Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
We have. Oh man.
Pappy.
Nope.
I was about to say that's expensive.
Buffalo Trace and it's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, it's gonna kill me. Don't talk to me about it. Come
No.
back to me.
Okay, that's all right. You know what I really like? Okay, so the distiller. I met the distiller. I'm just dropping names here. Okay, so I met the distiller. He's really cool, right? And he actually gave me one of these Anita's Choice bottles, and it's really cool. This is the glass. I like the glass top, and they got other ones I tried before too. It's from they're from South Carolina also.
Oh, like nearby South Carolina? Or
Yeah.
far away?
Well, it's like still like 2 hours away.
Four Roses, Knob Creek, and Woodford Reserve. I know that we have.
Oh, okay. I like Woodford Reserve. Knob Creek, it's good too. I'm not. But Burton Church. Well, they're from Burton Church, and the building is they have a freaking bar there too, and it looks like a church.
Oh, nice.
It looks really cool. I want to go there and I want to do a video over there. And he said I can do it. So maybe when I have some time I gotta get a hotel room, stuff like that. I don't want to drive afterwards, and maybe hang out with
You should like a bed
them.
and breakfast at a distillery.
Oh,
So you could just stay over, you know.
well, you probably never leave. Because
So they
like
have like a discounted pricing for extended stays.
you go there, have your breakfast, and you're probably going to get your mimosas or whatever, right?
Jack Daniels and eggs.
And then that sounds not so good. I used to be a huge fan. I used to be a
Diplomatically
huge
say it.
fan of Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels and Coke. I used to drink them all the time.
I was vodka and Coke myself.
But now it's
vodka and
like-
cherry Coke. It's my go-to drink.
These different flavors of bourbons and whiskeys. It does. And I know Jack Daniels have different flavors. I got to select the bottle, and I really don't really like that one. It's kind of spicy, whatever. But
Referencing the lost episode again. The spicy nuggets.
the spicy nuggets. Man, I wish I could find that.
Can you
That was
imagine
pretty
eating
funny.
those spicy nuggets and then washing it down with that spicy Jack Daniel or like Jack Fire or something? Be the
No,
worst.
that would be the worst.
You're like, oh, it burns. Oh, it burns.
Video
again.
coming up. How many spiciness? I do also have a video of, and I don't have it posted. It was a bunch of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are at TDT, and we are trying. We have a roulette thing of spicy vodkas, and each one of them is different spiciness, and we all just.
That could be fun.
It was
And
fun.
horrible, but like fun.
It was really unorganized, and I don't know where the video is at.
You actually didn't record. You just told them you were. Is it a good excuse to get everybody together?
I just had to look if we started recording. Oh man, I remember I did a video and we didn't record any of it. I did that before. I didn't save it before. I think I deleted videos before, and it's like, man, and I try to recover them. See, if I had somebody that does all this stuff, I can just blame. Right now, I just can blame myself. Like, oh man, you drank so much.
If that ever happens, you should just get like a puppet to like try to recreate as best you can what you talked about. Like a Be Kind Rewind. Where they had to redo the movies.
That's an awesome movie, man. That's all the movies. I don't even know if I remember a great movie that I've been to lately. Planet of the Apes was kind of cool, but it wasn't like
that's weird that you
mind
said
blowing.
That. We just started watching that series because the new one's coming out or just came out. Just came out, right?
For what?
Planet of the
Apes. Yeah.
She'd never seen it.
They're good.
So we started watching the 2011 ones.
Which is the second one?
No, this is the first one.
The first one.
This reboot.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
The series, and we just finished the second one last night.
Yeah.
At like 4 a.m. And so I think they're going to try to watch the third one.
Yeah.
Coming up soon, so we can then watch the last one.
That's what I did with my son.
And the funny thing was, and it's talking to them young folks. She was like, "Oh yeah, I really want to watch the first one." I said, "Oh, which one?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, it's the third time they rebooted it." What?
Yeah.
I said it was one with Mark Wahlberg in 2001. And that was done by Tim Burton, who you love. I'm sure you know about that movie. She's like, I've never heard of that before. I was like, also, it was one in the 70s. How many are there?
Oh, there are a lot.
I'm like, I think there were 5 in the 70s.
There's a cartoon show. Did you know that?
I did.
Okay.
I was watching it. It was like a history of the thing, and they mentioned that, which I before that I didn't know about. But I was like, yeah, I think there's like 5 in the 70s, and then the one in 2001, and then the 3 before. So there's like nine movies. You know about one of them.
We did it too. We watched the first 2, then we watched the third one, and then recently we watched the newest one in the movie theater. And I go, there are more movies. They're just really, really early, right? They didn't have the CGI, so they're all like.
People in suits.
In suits.
I was telling her that. She's like, that sounds weird.
Yeah. And my son was like, okay, we watch it. So we go home, and it's a couple of days later, and be like, hey, you want to watch it? And he goes, nah, not right now. We ain't never going to watch that. I mean, I don't think he's going to be interested in it, but it'd be cool to kind of watch, though.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're ever going to watch it. We watch cartoons from like old school, and they're not as interesting.
She got into gargoyles lately.
Ooh, Gargoyles is good.
She said, I think I was telling you last time. She asked the most interesting question. I mean, you could tell she is dialed in, but in like a way that I never thought of.
Yeah.
Like we're watching Gargoyles, or we're watching Planet of the Apes. How about that? A little more recent. And so we're like 2 minutes into the second movie. They're doing like the recap and what's happened to humanity since then. And she's like, "Will you pause it real quick?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And she's like, "Okay, are all the planets in the world turned?" I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "Well, if they have the virus, and the virus is what make them smart, and it spread over the world, you would think it made all the monkeys." I'm like, "I'm just going to go ahead and stop you there. The movies don't leave North America, so I don't know what happened in the rest of the world. They don't seem to care what happened with the rest of the world."
No, it went over the whole entire world.
Okay.
Yeah, because you see the airplane and then spreads and stuff like that.
Well, I know that killed all the people, but like, did that make all of their monkeys smart too?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, like I don't know. That's what I thought. I was like, that's a
That
good
has to
question,
be
I guess.
because why wouldn't like, you know?
We're watching Gargoyles, and when they get frozen in stone for 1,000 years, she's like, "Did they age?" I'm like, I don't know. It's a children's cartoon." And she's like, "Well, I mean, I know it's been 1,000 years, but like, are they the same age that they went in, or do they age at all?"
It's like
And I'm
Captain
like,
America.
I don't know. It's a children's cartoon. They'll tell us what we need to know. Well, there's an old one. Well, I think he was carved old.
Yeah, that's whatever age they are carved. That's what they. Anthony be asking me questions too, and especially with movies that I haven't seen yet. I'm like, I don't know what. We're watching this movie, and then like in the movie theaters, he's so loud, and he doesn't whisper or anything like that, and he just starts talking. I'm like, yo, you gotta chill out. You gotta calm down, and then stop asking me these questions. This is the first time I'm watching this too.
My youngest is the same way. She'll ask questions. She'll be like, "Who's that?" I don't know. We just met them. They'll tell us in a second, though, I'm sure. Well, how do you know? Well, that's just the way movies work. Who's his mom? I don't know.
Yeah,
I bet
man.
he's a Virgo. What? I guess. I don't know.
You're looking like a cancer over there.
Do
What?
you think he put steak sauce on his steak? Yeah, definitely. I don't know. It's a movie about financial crime. At no point do I think they're going to let us know his preference.
That's funny. Yeah,
And to
it's
her, it's a perfectly legitimate.
Yeah.
She's trying to build it out and figure out who this person is.
I'm
And,
just
you know,
trying to
she'll be
enjoy
like,
this movie here. Man, I got 2 hours. You know,
"Who's
screw
that,
it.
Papa?" I don't know. He just walked onto the screen. What's he trying to do? I don't know. He's talking to somebody right now. What are they talking about? I cannot hear.
I don't know because you keep on talking. Oh man, yeah, that's hilarious. I guess they're all kind of. I don't know if I did it when I was. No, I was always immersed into the movie. Like I love, like even if there's nobody else in the movie theater, I could watch it by myself. I
Well,
couldn't care less.
Once I understood how movies like were structured, and if they want you to know, they're going to tell you.
Yeah.
They're going to put it in the frame, or they're going to have somebody mention it if it's important.
Yeah.
If it's not important, they're not going to bother with it. And so I would just listen intently, like, okay, oh, I noticed this. Oh, I see that they did this.
Yeah.
And so I just never had those questions. I never thought, and now that's all I get asked when we watch a movie. It's the most random stuff I never thought about. I'm like, I don't have an answer for that. I'm
My
sorry.
wife be asking me questions too, and I'm like, watch the movie. Oh, we watch the movie, she'll fall asleep. How can you? How dare you? Don't ask me questions when you wake up.
There have been plenty of times.
No,
you
this
know,
movie is over with. You should have watched it.
my wife will be on her phone the whole time, and somebody will be like, "Oh, what'd you think of that movie?" And she'll be like, "It was okay." I'm like, "What did you see of the movie?" You heard the soundtrack, and that was it.
I can tell. I can tell by the preview if my wife is gonna like the movie or not. I'd be like, she'd be like, "Oh, I want to watch this movie." I'm not gonna like it. To me, I'm gonna say this. You know, I'm just like, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna like it. You don't know. Okay, you watch the movie. She watches the movie. I go, "Do you think I'll like it?" No, I don't think you're gonna like it. I know. Or she'll watch the movie, and I go, "That movie looks stupid." I'll come back later. She like the movie? No, it's stupid. Yeah, I know.
I saw it.
For 5 seconds of just watching this movie.
I saw a trailer for The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman,
Yeah.
and I said, "Oh, my wife is gonna love that movie." And I sent her the link, and I'm like, "Hey, babe, let's watch this trailer real quick. I think you're gonna like this movie. Maybe later." For like 2 or 3 days, I'm like, "Let's watch this trailer. You're gonna love this movie." I watched it. I don't think I'm gonna like the movie. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I guess I got that one wrong. Like 2 weeks later, she comes back from hanging out with a friend. She's like, "Oh yeah, we went to the movies. Oh my God, you have got to see The Greatest Showman. It is
no.
so good." I'm like, "Is it? Tell me about it. Is it Hugh Jackman singing about being the greatest showman?" Yes. I'm like, "I sent you that trailer 2 weeks ago and pestered you to watch it, and you wouldn't do it."
That's funny. Yeah. What's that? You seen Madam Web?
It's on my list of things to watch, but
It's horrible.
Yeah, I can't.
And I knew that coming in. But like I didn't know how horrible it is until you watch it.
Mhm.
You're like, man, everything they say is absolutely right. And I don't know if I was tainted because of everything that somebody said.
Would I have noticed that the first time?
Yeah.
Like if nobody had said anything to me, like would I have noticed that you never really?
But it's
see the
just a
bad guy
bad movie.
Speak when he's on screen.
But the Fox superhero movies, the Fox superhero movies been a flop. I don't like I don't like Venom.
Venom. I'm just thinking that. And the new one looks so goofy coming out.
Yeah, the first one is not good. The second one is not good. And who's the actor who plays Venom?
Um, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah,
Bane.
that's right. It's a shame that he did that movie.
Mhm.
To be honest with you, like I'm so disappointed, and that he takes part of this. It's
I think the thing is, they are so afraid to have a villain. And it's like they don't trust people to like a villain and just be a villain.
yeah,
Like they have to make him the most sympathetic. Like okay, Morbius. All right, he's a literal vampire. He's
Yeah.
a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's always fighting Spider-Man.
that movie was garbage too.
Yeah, because they have to make him the sympathetic bad guy,
Yeah,
or he only kills bad guys too. I'm like, okay. The new Craven, the Hunter.
I
he
want to
is-
see that movie.
he
It
is
looks good.
Very clearly a bad guy in the comics.
Oh,
in the
yeah, yeah,
show.
yeah.
And again, in this one, they make him a good guy.
I think it's gonna be good though.
Oh no, it looks so bad.
I think it's gonna be
We're
good.
gonna have a react party.
Okay.
It looks.
I think it's gonna be rated R, which I think it will help.
Did you hear like it was one of the coolest Spider-Man stories with Craven? His son, I want to say, Craven's son was trying to prove that he was such a good hunter. He was going after Spider-Man and like going after all the people he loved and all this kind of stuff. And Craven's whole family was hunting Spider-Man.
Uh huh.
Spider-Man just had enough of it.
Anytime.
And, he holds back so much when
Yeah.
he fights these people. He touched the mom's face and just like put his hand on her face, and because his hands are so sticky from like wall crawling and stuff,
No.
he just pulled her face off.
Ah!
I was like, oh my god, that is so cool.
See, I'm a little worried about. I'm gonna watch it. I am a little bit worried about this next Deadpool movie.
I don't know. I feel like that's a silly enough franchise. Or it gets a lot more wiggle room, like because Deadpool will be a good guy and sometimes he's a bad guy. He
Yeah,
can do any
I mean, I think the
story.
movie is gonna be good.
Mhm.
I think now that in this one, I think they're gonna try too much,
Oh well.
and it's not.
They just said they were going to bring up mutants in there and try
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
bring all the universes together out of that one. I kind of want to see it. I saw online
I'm excited for it.
there are some theaters that are getting like a vending machine, so you can turn a ticket in and get a token,
Uh huh.
and you take the token to the vending machine, and it's got like those little balls you pop open with little prizes inside. But inside every one is the little necklace, with one half being the Deadpool and one
Oh.
half being the Wolverine. And it's
Yeah.
like a little broken heart, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I want that so bad. Like I hope a movie theater in town gets it. And I'm glad you can't just buy tokens because you know some jerk would like buy 40 of them and put them on eBay
Yeah.
that day. I'm like, yeah, make it with a ticket purchase. That's perfect. Nobody's
Right.
gonna spend $20 for one of those.
Right. Movies are expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good movie. I'm excited for it, but I think they're gonna.
It'll be an entertaining movie.
Yes. But Fox needs to just stop the superhero movies. And Marvel right now, they need to figure out something out too. But I'm excited for. So I found out now. I don't know how true it is, but they're saying now the new X-Men in the Marvel MCU is the X-Men '97. So but it's not the cartoon. You know, it's not the original, but that roster. So I think that's cool. I mean, keep it that way. I did not like Phoenix movie. That was not good. And Apocalypse, is that the same one with the Apocalypse? I didn't like that one either.
No, that's a different one.
Okay, that was not good. And I do want a good Gambit. Gambit is my favorite X-Men.
Really?
Yeah.
I was always a Nightcrawler fan myself.
Oh, I do like Nightcrawler.
He had that tail. He was always swashbuckling.
Yeah.
Swinging his pirate sword around.
I like Marcherie. And Marcherie. Just the smoothness.
When you did that, all I could think of was Yogi Bear. Hey, boo boo.
Can I get some of that picnic basket?
Not the
Oh!
picnic.
So I don't know how true this. I was scrolling through TikTok, and
It's true. I've heard of that.
TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
Highway to Hell. This says the N word in it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Hold on. I gotta pull it up.
Oh, while you're doing that, going back to Planet of the Apes, we're sitting there watching it, and Koba is like the antagonist
Uh-huh.
ape. He's real mean mugging the whole time. Well, they made him like just purposefully a lot darker than all the other apes, and the way he'll like look at characters, I'm just like, I just know he's saying the N word hard right now. Every time he looks at somebody,
Yeah.
all I could think of was like not like an Uncle Ruckus style.
Why is it typing when I'm not even touching it? No, maybe it was. Man, that's not the right song.
Okay.
But it's like an old classic song. And in the beginning, it has the N word in it. And I don't know how true. I didn't look it up.
I don't know. You gotta
But they
check that
played
out.
it, but I don't know if it was fixed. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to
You can
find
do
it.
anything with AI nowadays.
Yeah, I know. Have people? You see, I don't say the N word, but some people are.
I have no response to that. Respectfully decline the comments. You're not catching me.
Darn it! I was gonna have it. Yeah, man. Let me tell you about Aquarius.
I think that's a constellation.
Even though
That's under your horoscope, Aquarius.
that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Pisces and
No.
Aquarius.
What about the dude that shot up downtown Augusta a couple of weeks ago? Lucky.
I heard about the shooting, but I don't know anything about it.
His name is absolutely insane.
Is it as bad as Nick Cannon's kids?
Yeah.
Legendary lover.
Yeah. Oh man, now I really got to look up.
Imagine that's what your dad named you. Legendary lover.
Oh man, no, that is a movie. Just no, yeah, Katy Perry, Legendary Lover. Thank you very much.
You think she wrote the song about Nick Cannon's kids?
Under the silver moon, tropical temperature. I feel loads of bloom. Come closer. I want your energy. I want your aura. I'm trying to seduce you here. Just
Oh,
now.
is that the song you were thinking of?
No. This is
Oh.
Legendary Lovers.
Oh, it just happened to have the same title.
Yeah, because I was
Gotcha.
speech, and then you said it.
Ah.
Oh man, see, you can't talk and trying to do this at the same time. Who was the shooter in the downtown Augusta, June? Oh Lord,
Google's like, what is it, June or July?
the broad shooting happened Saturday. I'm trying to find his name. Amazingly blessed. Yeah, that's his name. Amazing first name, Lee middle name, blessed, I guess, Brigham. Amazingly blessed Brigham. 19-year-old kid shot up downtown. It was ridiculous. It's such a shame.
Yeah, it really is.
19 years old. Not that like any kind of shooting is good, but I mean you
Your whole
yo,
life is now
messed up.
predetermined to be, in an institution of some sort.
I couldn't be mad enough just to pull out a gun.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I've never been
Like I'm gonna
so
mess up
upset.
my whole entire life because I'm mad at you. Like what? You had to do
Ooh,
something
you made me
serious.
so angry.
Like
is it worth 35 years of your life?
random people. I mean, you had to.
You have to do something to my kids or my
Yeah, I
wife
was about to say something. Like you had
before I
to.
would really. Well,
I think I could. I don't want to say it, but I think I could. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to incriminate myself on here.
future crimes.
Yeah. No,
I
I
feel you.
can't do
I'm
that.
the same way. I mean, it would take an awful lot for me to, hold on to something and be like, stay right here.
Yeah.
Stay right here. Let me go get my mystery mouse tool.
Yeah. Now I don't have a problem. I never had to do it, done it before, but I don't think if somebody goes in my house, I don't have a problem shooting them. I don't think.
I wouldn't think so. Because it
You're
feels
you're
like,
not supposed to be there.
It feels like you're there for the express purpose of hurting the kids or hurting the
Yeah.
wife. Yeah, I can see that.
Well,
Now, what if you pull into the driveway and
And
like
you
the
got to
front
make
door is
you.
kicked in or something, I wouldn't go in. Let's call the cops. Be like, hey, y'all need to come check this out.
Yeah.
Like, weapons free. I mean,
But you can't let them go because they know where you live.
yeah.
Like if you shoot somebody and they go, to court and get in trouble, then they come out and they know where you live.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make sure that job is done. They're not coming back.
That's what Miria said with when our bikes got stolen, and that guy. I told you about that a few weeks ago.
No,
I had to have told you.
no, you didn't tell me.
Yeah, it was like two podcasts ago. Maybe that was on the lost.
The lost episode.
So I'm at work. I'm at work and I look at my phone and I missed somebody ringing the doorbell, which usually buzzes my watch and everything, and I'll see it. And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, dang, I missed it." And
The
nobody
doorbell
was
goes
home.
to your watch?
Yeah, we got one of the little smart doorbells.
Fancy schmancy over here.
When you're lower middle class like I am, that's what you get. We don't have butlers. We just have doorbells that answer for us. So I looked at the little video because when you ring it, it automatically starts recording. And it's this guy. He's like, "Hey, my name's Mike. My phone number is such and such and such. Just wanted to see if y'all wanted your yard cut." And then our bikes are parked out front because they need to work on them. He just hopped on one of my bikes and just rode away.
Oh.
I said, "This man just stole my bike on camera." And I'm like, I am befuddled. I'm at work. I'm telling everybody.
Yeah.
You know how I get amped up, and I'm telling this. I'm like, "Look at this man. This man done stole my. This crackhead has stolen my bike." And all of a sudden, as I'm showing the video, it's like someone's at your front door, and I click, and it's him again.
No, he's taking the other one.
It's him again, and he said, "Hey, I just want to know if y'all needed your yard cut." And I'm like, "Hey, buddy, what's your name again?" He's like, "Oh, it's Mike. What'd you say your phone number was again, Mike?" He gives it to me. I write it down real quick.
Oh, he's a real crackhead.
I'm like, "Look, I don't need it cut today. It just got cut yesterday, but I'm gonna give you a call a little bit later on. Let me ask you a question. When you left earlier and you got on that bike and rode away, was that your bike or was that my bike?" "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, you're on camera and I saw you get on a bike and ride off, and that's right where I park my bikes. Was that my bike or did you bring over your own bike?"
Yeah.
"Oh, that was my bike."
Mm.
"Okay, Mike, I'll give you a call as soon as I get off of work. Don't you worry, bud." "Okay, thanks." I get home, he had stolen the other bike as well.
He said, might as well.
I said, like,
if I'm going to get in trouble.
he knew I had him on camera. Like, just bring it back at that point.
Oh, man.
I gave him an out to be like, "Hey, that was your bike.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
My bad.
One of the bikes was broken, so he couldn't even pedal it home. He had to walk that to the
No,
house.
you definitely didn't tell me this story.
So then I get home and it's like 11:30, and I'm like, I'm gonna wake up with a clear head tomorrow, and I'm gonna call the sheriff and just report it, give him everything we got. So I call the dispatch, and I'm like, "Hey, I need an officer to come on out. My bike got stolen." And he gets out there, and I show him the videos, which includes me talking to him.
Yeah.
And I took still pictures of the man, I wrote down his phone number, and I was like, "You want to call him and see if he'll come over and take a look at the yard?" And he was like, "Yeah, do it." And this girl answered, and I was like, "Hey, is Mike there?" "Oh, I'm sorry, you have the wrong number." Click. I said, "Okay, all right." Crackhead Mike done told you what happened. And the weird thing, he gave me the same phone number twice, even after I started talking to him. And
Really?
He stole my bike. He still gave me his phone number. So I said, "All right." And I said, "He went down that road. If you want to go look around, that's fine."
Yeah.
And but I knew he wasn't going to find anything. I looked at the wife. I was like, "You want to go take a ride around the neighborhood?" With 2 streets over, both my bikes sitting in his front yard. He didn't even try to hide it. And so all of a sudden, I come to a complete stop right in the middle of the road. Like, as soon as I saw him, I was like, "Skirt."
Yeah.
Made a scene. My wife's like, "What are you doing? Like, get on the curb. Like, act like you're looking at something else." I was like, "No, I see this." And so then all of a sudden, this truck pulls up, and who gets out but Mike and this
No.
girl with a baby on the hip. And Mike's carrying a gallon of milk. It's important to the story. And so then I'm like, "Okay, all right, so this is where he lives, and that's my damn bike. I ain't going nowhere." I call the police back. I'm like, "Hey, send that same officer back. This is the address I'm at. I found my bike."
Yeah.
"Okay, sir, sit tight." "Oh, I don't know if he's going to show up." We ended up meeting the officer, and he goes down there, and they have a couple of cop cars meet him down there. And I'm like, "Ooh, getting these bikes back today. Justice is quick and swift around in this neighborhood, and they called me down there to identify the bikes, and they say, yeah, they don't know who that guy was. They don't know who Mike is. They don't know him. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, what do you mean you don't know him? Like, you got out of the truck with him. Okay, I guess he's a friend. But then he bought a gallon of milk for your house? Like, that just don't seem like, ain't no friend ever brought up a gallon of milk to my house, you know? Oh, and then, she's like, no, we don't know who he is. I don't even know his name. We just call him Little Man. I'm like, you just let somebody named Little Man ride you and your baby around and buy gallons of milk and just come on back? No, he just dropped the milk off and he just walked off. I didn't even see your bikes in my yard. I get a phone call the next morning, and they were like, "We caught him. He's been arrested. If you want to come down, you can say something at the little trial." It was like that same day.
Oh, wow.
I was like, "No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I got my bikes back. That's all that matters." And they were like, "You want to press charges?" I'm like, "Yeah. I mean, I kind of do. I mean, I got my stuff back, and that's great. But like, might need to know not to do that again."
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he's going to like prison or anything. And my wife's like, but now he knows where you live. I'm like, he already knew where I lived.
Right.
He came twice. I mean, this man already, trust me, he's got my address memorized.
Yeah, we need some bikes. I know where to go.
Exactly. And I'm like, at this point, at least he knows, hey, don't mess with that house. They're going to call the damn law and show up at your house.
Yeah.
Also, we know where he lives. So, I mean, like, what do you, we can go back and forth, And, They ended up putting him on like a year of probation. He had to do a drug rehab program, and then a fine.
Did they tell you all that?
Yeah, they give me a call to let me know what his sentencing was.
Oh, okay.
And then they did a no contact order with the house, which I didn't know you could do, and a no contact order for the family.
Oh, okay.
So he can't be near the family, and he can't be near my house.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
You can't walk down that street.
Ooh, yeah, I know, right?
No more cutting grass.
Yeah. He really took a hit out of his landscaping business.
Nah, I'm foreclosure on my house because I can't pay my...
Then the girls all went to the lake the other day, and when I pulled in, they were still gone, and the gate was open to the backyard, and I was like,
Oh, it's
that
Mike.
Mike, come on back. I still got your picture in my phone.
That's the old house or this house?
This house.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Man,
There's some shady things going on at the old locations.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was, we were all chilling in the living room.
Yeah, my sister-in-law moved in that neighborhood. That's.
Oh, really? And
About that one later.
there was a truck pulled out. There was some people pushing an ATV, right? And then the truck pulled out. And I was like, man, should we help them out?
Those are gas powered, right?
I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, probably.
Well, they pushed it. Just get it right off.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Continue.
And we were like, oh, well, maybe we should help, whatever. And it was like, nah, they got it. The truck pulled up. They put it in the back of the truck. Yada, yada, yada. We
Stealing it.
thinking about it. The next day, somebody came to the house and be like, hey, did y'all see? Somebody stole the ATV from, right? And we like, oh,
Thank God we
man.
didn't help. My fingerprints would have been all over it.
I know. And I felt bad because it kind of looked, because the house across the street, there was never anybody there. And like the grass was like every 4 months, somebody would come and cut the grass. So it was kind of weird, like it all pulled up and right there. So it did look kind of sketchy and stuff like that, but we didn't think about it. But yeah, if we really would have thought about it, it looked too sketchy.
Yeah.
It was like, man, we just witnessed it and didn't do anything about it. Could have called the cops or something like that. It was just too smooth, I guess, at that point.
It's all about confidence, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, people ain't going to stop you if you look very confident.
Just look like you belong. Look like you're supposed to be doing what you're doing,
Now, what happened to your sister-in-law in that neighborhood?
Oh, no, she moved in, so,
Oh.
we try to stay away from that neighborhood now.
Yeah.
Really going downhill. Let's let anybody do that.
Yeah, I was there for quite, I don't know, 10 years or something like that. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like crazy bad, but definitely don't want to be there again.
Yeah.
I mean, I lived at Providence Place, so that's an upgrade from there. Right around the corner, really.
Oh.
Right across from Regency Mall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that apartment
I've
behind
always wanted to
the
break into the Regency
cemetery.
Mall.
I did too, but then I was like, man, I'm gonna open it up and all those toxic fumes come out, I'm
Well,
gonna
now they
die.
got like half the wall torn down, so you can just like walk in, but they barricaded it up.
Oh,
Like they were in the middle of destroying it, knocking it down, and then they just stopped.
yeah.
I guess they ran out of money or something. But,
I don't know. At one point, they knew James Brown Arena was gonna be there,
um,
but they didn't do that.
some people broke in. They're professional mall breaker inners, I guess. They go to abandoned properties.
Yeah.
And they took a bunch of pictures of it and put it online. I was like, man, that looks so cool. I mean, it's like they didn't take down any of the decorations or anything during the holidays. They were just like, just shut the door, we're done.
Yeah.
They certainly did just lock the doors on some of the stores and just leave.
Hmm.
I'm like, man, that just looks so cool to just explore.
Dark, eerie, a little overgrown.
Like Last of Us.
Yeah.
Very much The Last of Us. Dust on everything, like just inches of dust.
But where's the dust come from? Isn't it like,
Skin cells.
yeah, skin scales?
Gross. I'm sure it's just floating all around.
Yeah. I don't know. That is pretty nasty though. Hair and skin scales. If you think about it, something really dusty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got some dust. Yeah, I see it. Spider webs and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind going there too. I seen somebody going to like mansions and stuff like that and taking pictures and
Yeah.
videos, and it's pretty cool.
That would be pretty neat.
Like, I want to buy that house, but how much does it take to fix it back up again?
I don't know. There's some houses not too far. I mean, just right down the road. I mean, they're small. I mean, they're barely bigger than this garage, really.
Mm.
And I'm like, how much does that thing cost? It's like boarded up and fallen down.
Oh,
And I'm like, it's got to be just stupid cheap. Like, you get the lot for like, I don't know, $5,000 or something. Like,
Yeah.
That'd be pretty neat, and like make a community garden out of it. There's like two of them next to each other. I'm like, just buy both of them. If only I had money.
first problem. That's a lot of stuff. I want to do this if I only had money.
Right?
So if you wants to sponsor a video,
We could start a Serve Neat community garden.
right. So again, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe. Every vote helps. I respond also on Instagram, not so much on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Got the TikTok going. I like TikTok.
I had to delete mine. I was on it too much.
Mm.
All the time. Just if I had a spare moment, just on TikTok.
What's I don't know if I'm gonna get you in trouble. What's on your TikTok? Oh, what was on it? Like, what if you scroll? I can tell you mine.
Yeah.
Girls,
Yeah. All-
cars, and booze.
No, just girls.
Just
Just girls. Every once in a while, a gaming thing would pop up, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, very interesting.
Let me
Next one.
scroll back
There's a
up.
woman in a bikini. Okay,
Yeah.
next. A little
It's
less
a-
than a bikini. Okay.
Yeah, and when you like them, or it gets you more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or you just linger too long. Like it just
Oh,
plays,
really?
Like if it just plays the second time, it's like, oh, they were definitely watching that video. Like, another one, please.
I think that's what happened on Instagram too. And now I'm trying to search people's names, or like, oh, okay, I know this person, let me look them up or whatever. But then this is the kind of crap that pulls up.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, dude.
Might need to get Instagram.
Yeah. No, I don't know. That's not. Ugh. Yeah, so pimple popping girls, a lot of animal stuff. Yeah. Cars, alcohol. That's pretty much all I look at. My wife always fusses at me because I look at Tobro and Dr. Pimple Popper. I got my son into Hoof GP.
Ugh. Gross.
Love it. I love it. I think it's not the actual stuff, but like pimple popping, it's like, I think it's the release.
Mm-hmm.
I
knew you
it's
were
so
gonna say
much
that.
pressure, and then there's a release, and it's like, oh. I think that's what it is.
Release into the toilet. Ugh.
Oh no! I gotta buy a handle. I told you I didn't go to the store. I gotta buy a
I
handle.
knew you didn't. I even waited.
It was
I
too
like,
quick. Like by the time I was ready to go, it was
I was like, it was 11:15. I was like, how about
10:30.
12 o'clock? I was like,
You said 11 o'clock,
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry.
but you
It
came
was
in.
like 10:15,
Oh,
and I was
okay.
like, you know what? That's not enough time for him to go to the
No.
store, get what he needs, and get back.
Yeah,
I'll drag ass a little bit.
I should have
And
gone because you were a little later than expected.
I was like, yeah, I'll take my time. I'll drive around. I didn't leave immediately. I was like, I'll give him time. I'm not trying to rush him at Lowe's. I know how it can be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go later on.
All right.
Yeah,
Let me
so
know how it goes.
I got some errands to run too.
Yeah, ditto. Then we're gonna head to a candy store in Rennes, Georgia. As soon as
Rennes?
I leave here, yeah.
There's not a closer store.
It's like a candy manufacturer.
Oh.
So I'll get to see how that is. And then, yeah. So, busy day. Busy.
Yeah, and here we're just goofing off.
Mm.
Talking about random stuff. You know, I don't think we really made an episode where we sat down and were precise of what we were going to talk about.
Not once.
I think we planned it out once.
We only made it to about a third of the things, though. Like, we had like nine topics.
Was it?
And
Yeah.
I think we only talked about 3 of them. Because we just kept getting sidetracked with all this other random stuff.
Yeah.
And it was still almost 3 hours long.
It was it was 3 hours. No, it was like 3 hours and 45 because that's the first set, and it was all of those videos, and I ended up getting 4 videos out of that.
Everyone was like, "Why does he always wear the same clothes to his interview?" It's the same interview.
It's the same day. It just continues.
It was 4 hours.
Yeah.
Next thing you was like, "Are you ever coming home?"
Well, this one, okay, right now is 1 hours and 20 since we've been, and then the other one, it's only like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So it's, you know, we're getting close to 2 hours on this set. And then, you know, I'll break it up and stuff like that. But it'll be on Spotify too. So if you're driving in your car and you can't watch the video, definitely, you know, follow us on Spotify. I think it's some of the other ones too. Apple, I don't know if it's on there or not. I just upload it on one thing and it kind of spreads it out to different ones.
Cool. Technology is a nice thing.
Yeah, but I know for a fact it's on Spotify. iHeartRadio.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on there.
that's pretty neat.
Yeah,
Now we just need to beat the Kid Craddock morning show.
it's coming close. We're a second runner up.
Nice.
It's Kid Craddock, and then there's what's the name that keeps on?
Joseph Rogan.
No. We beat them.
Oh, heard.
Yeah, I don't even know the name. Charlemagne the God.
I've heard of it.
They're second,
Mhm.
and then we're third.
Nice. Well, you know what? Nowhere to go but up.
You're right. We're coming for y'all. Charlemagne the God. You're gonna be on my podcast. I don't know if I like that,
Where
man.
will we set a third chair?
It's just right. I think he's pretty small, so he's like right here. Right here.
To FaceTime him and just hold the phone up in
You
front.
can do that too.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can just, you know, he can be over there. We're going to be too expensive for us to fly out, so.
Yeah, sure, much cheaper. Get on a Zoom meeting.
Yeah. Oh man.
But it was nice having you today. Thank you for coming on.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Stole your podcast.
I guess I go back home.
10 feet that way. My wife, I'll do something. My wife will be like,
What if I leave? What if I go and I come back and you're still out here? You're like,
my wife will be like, you did that with all the confidence of a middle-aged white man. I'm like, that's all I can do, baby. That's all I can do.
that's all I know. That's my life.
That's right.
Oh man.
All right, we'll come up with some stuff for next time.
Yeah, if you have any ideas, please. Again, I'm a lot on Instagram. Let us know. Served_neat. All small letters. Letters.
Mm-hmm. Leafy greens.
Yeah, that's what in my head, that's what shows up. All small letters, and then like little baby cabbages. Yeah, you can write there. I respond. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching.
And always.
Serve it neat. That's pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you later. Thank y'all. Oh, man.